Welcome to BalsaCircle.com, your one-stop shop for all of your event decor. Today we're going to be sharing with you this beautiful planter box centerpiece with silk flowers and artificial succulents. These two looks are perfect for wedding receptions, or if you want to dress up your dinner table or add a little floral arrangement to your home decor. Now the tool list is going to be about the same for both of these arrangements. You're going to need styrofoam, a planter box, silk flowers, and artificial greenery and succulents. Now as far as the wire cutters, just a little tip, you might want to invest in some heavy-duty wire cutters for this look, just because the stems on the succulents and the silk flowers can be a little thick, so just a little tip. Let's go ahead and get started. Using a rectangular planter box, it does come with a plastic liner. Now we're not going to need it for this look since we're using artificial flowers. If you want to use real flowers in the future, it will help protect the wood. But for now we don't need it, so go ahead and set it off to the side. For the styrofoam piece that's going to go in here, we want to measure the inside of the box. Now this box is about 9.5 to 10 inches long and about 5 inches tall. We're not going to be needing all that space, so your styrofoam block could be a little smaller if you want. You just want it low enough to hide the stems. Now moving on to our artificial succulents, this is a set of 3 6-inch tall succulents, and they're about 4 inches wide, so they're pretty big. We're going to arrange them one in one corner and one in the other, just about. As you can see, they don't all look the same, which is great because it's going to make our arrangement look more natural. Now we're not going to be cutting these succulents. That 4-inch stem is exactly the height we need. Depending on your planter box, or maybe you're using a vase that's a little bit shorter, then you might want to use those wire cutters to take that stem down a little bit. Now it's time to get the rest of our silk flowers ready, starting with these rose and blush silk flowers. Now the great thing about these silk flower bushes is that there's such a variety of flowers. So you have your hydrangea, you have your peony flowers, you have your rosebuds. You can really pick and choose which flowers you want to include in this arrangement. Now another little tip is that before you use these flowers, just go ahead and steam them a little. We have a great video on how to steam silk flowers. That's going to give the flower that full natural look. And we also want to accent this arrangement with more succulents. Now these are a little bit taller, they're about 7 inches tall, so we do want to cut that stem down. But as you can see, they're a little bit smaller in width, so we are going to use them in clusters. And of course, for the finishing touch, we want to add our greenery. As you've probably seen from another video, these leaves do go up the stem, so just go ahead and push them up a little bit, leaving about 4 to 3 inches of stem to be put into the styrofoam. So to assemble our centerpiece, we're starting with that big statement flower. We're going to put it right up front and then accent it with a smaller, daintier flower. And as you can see, we're putting the silk flowers towards the middle, drawing the eye there, and then accenting them with smaller succulents and greenery. And the stems of the greenery, by the way, are bendable, so you can go ahead and arrange them a little bit to look more natural. So to finish off, continue putting succulents and greenery wherever you see an open space, making sure to keep the greenery on the outside edges and the smaller succulents towards the middle. As you can see, using a variety of succulents is really going to make the centerpiece stand out. And hey, the best part is that you don't have to water it, especially if you have many tables to decorate. You can make these ahead of your event and save yourself so much time. They're not going to wilt, they're not going to droop, and they're going to make your tables look absolutely gorgeous. For our second look, we're going to be using a smaller planter box. This one is about 3.5 to 4 inches tall, and again, it does come with that liner, but you don't have to use it. So starting again with that statement succulent, this one is 4 inches wide, and then accenting it with smaller greenery and smaller succulent pieces. And as you can see, we're not even using styrofoam for this look because the box is small enough that all the artificial greenery is just going to sit there snug. But if you have a little bit of styrofoam left over, you can go ahead and use it just for more support. And here, if you want to get creative and use the silk flowers from that bush, maybe some of the smaller silk flowers, you can go ahead and add them to this arrangement. And there you are, your gorgeous greenery succulent centerpiece is complete. Now here's a little trick. If you're decorating a table, go ahead and put that centerpiece on a mirror. That's going to make it look a little bit bigger, especially if you accent it with little candles or acrylic ice or petals. It's just going to pull the whole centerpiece look together nicely. Succulents and greenery are just the perfect way to accent any floral arrangement. It's just going to give your flowers that natural, fresh look, and this centerpiece is just going to look so beautiful whether you're using it for a wedding reception or just for your home. If you do end up making it, or if it inspires your next DIY, go ahead and share it with us, either on Instagram at BalsaCircle or with our creative community here on YouTube. Let's all inspire each other. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe for all of your creative decor and event ideas. Until next time, stay creative.